Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for February 2022. I want to say happy birthday to those celebrating a birthday. And this, of course, is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and those intuitively guided. But happy birthday if you're celebrating a birthday. All right, we're going to begin your reading with the Mother Mary Oracle deck. And then I'm going to do your reading a little bit different. I've done it this way before, but I want to add in something a little extra. So, let's start with our words of advice from Mother Mary. Well, that did not take long. It don't look like it came out with purpose. We have home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. Home. So this is a deck of just major arcanas. And I'm not really going to read them as people. Though, I'll definitely shout out if they are people. But I feel like when we read this way, it gives us great bullet points into what we need to know about the reading. Just want to shuffle them a little bit. Give them a cut, even though there's not a lot there to cut. Again, just major arcanas. We're just taking a few. We have the Empress. We have the Hangman. Let's take one or two more. Or three. We have the Death card. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, let's put these up here. I added this black shawl that I saw at a thrift store that I just thought was beautiful. I had it over there. Now I'm trying it over here. But it's moving, and that's going to drive me a little crazy, so we don't know how long it's going to stay there. All right. So, let me bring this down a little bit. Right in the middle is the Death card. Card of Scorpio, by the way. Death card is about endings. With purpose. Endings so that there can be a rebirth. It's funny because the Hangman is like, not yet. Not yet. The Hangman's not ready to end something yet. I just did your year in review, and I remember yours. Your title was about how this year will become a future anniversary date. And what I meant by that is in love. I felt like there was something that is happening this year where, you always look back and say, this is where it started. Now, I feel like, but I've got to be willing to go in that direction at the same time. You have the Hierophant card of Taurus, by the way, mirroring the Empress, and that's both very strong energy. The Hierophant is about your belief system. The High Priestess is right next to that, and that's the trust system, right? It's the feeling, it's the connectivity to all that is, but you got to believe that. You got to believe in yourself. So, okay, let's go ahead and bring in the Chariot of Dreams. Everything's pre-shuffled, but we'll give it a shuffle or two. And let's see exactly what this is talking about. The Hangman's looking at the Death card, and the Death card is looking right back at the Hangman. The Hierophant is looking out towards the future, The High Priestess is looking right at me, as is the Empress. I say that because just their eyes alone can give me a point of reference. You know, is this current? Is it past? So the Empress and the High Priestess are both present and energy. It would make sense, because if I'm the Empress, now this can mean a mother, you know, a mother figure, whatever it may be. You know, even if this is the loss of, there's still quite a blessing over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, interesting. All of a sudden, I'm feeling like some who have crossed over, who have been reborn already, who have come back down already. Interesting. But much wiser. Can I say that? Much wiser. Still probably with amnesia. You know, like I feel like we're born with amnesia, because God forbid that we remembered every hard thing that we ever went through, in every, you know what I mean? Like, we have the Four of Cups. I feel like there may be a few people also who maybe you want to become pregnant. You want to become a mother, but for some reason you're putting it off. We have the Knight of Wands. Well, whatever this Hangman is seeking, because let's not forget, when Hangman is in the upright, what he's really doing is seeking wisdom on his next steps, right? You know, like, I don't want to, you know, it's a fine line. I'm thinking like the King of Pentacles, right? Where I don't want to overanalyze, but I may want to analyze a little. And I also think someone's like, it's almost like I'm waiting for this energy to come in, for the energy to change. I feel like it's the universe saying to you, the energy is about to change. It is going to change. And it may take you into some very passionate field, some desire-filled type energy. You know, when the Knight of Wands comes in, it can feel chaotic, because it can come in very quickly, like almost unexpectedly, and can bring a rush of emotions with that. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. And look at this, we have the Palace of Cups. You know, it's interesting because I'm feeling this two different ways. First of all, I want to like say, I feel like we're seeing the potential, you know, where this could end up, and that is in the Palace of Cups. The Palace of Cups, you know, the energy that's feeding it is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So, really beautiful type energy. And what's right next to it? The Hermit. You know, I feel like sometimes I just got to know that I'm going to walk through that dark night of the soul. You know, and in the darkness, remember, you know, that you are the light. Like, you don't even have to seek it. You already have it. So anyway, the energy that's feeding this night is, it's funny because it's very earthly, right? Through the Hermit. But in the Palace of Cups, it's very watery at the same time, but it's coming through the Knight of Wands. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's just keep going. We have the King of Wands. Can be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Go this with the Ten of Pentacles. You know, I feel like saying, just for someone, like, be careful, you know, like, this year is about action. It is about action. We're in the year of the lovers. You know it because I've said it over and over, right? So chances are love is going to be a big part of it. It's showing you with the Palace of Cups. So the potential of, you know, I mean, it's even higher than the Ten of Cups, right? And then the Ten of Pentacles down here too. I feel like this is like this. It's saying this is not the year to like sit back and dream it, and you know what I mean. Like this is the year maybe to put it into action, put something into action. We have the Chariot. Look at that. I'm coming out of the dark night of the soul. I'm kind of coming out with the lantern. The Chariot's like a reward for the work that you have done. The doors that you have closed, which then for allow the rebirths to happen. You know, and if you kind of look at everything after that energy, it's quite spiritual, but it's very earthly, but it's watery at the same time. It's everything. So the Chariot to me is like a reward for the work that you've just done. Like now you can handle. It's like getting the keys to the Rolls Royce. You know, like. You know, I have to earn my way to those keys. I may have started with a Volkswagen Beetle, which is what I started with. You know what I mean? Like, and eventually you work your way up to the king, or the king. You work your way up to the keys to, wow, the Rolls Royce. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Cups. First of all, the Knight of Pentacles is definitely energy we can trust because it's guardian angel energy. This is something that comes in its due time, not before, not after. You know, it comes at the right time. And maybe that I can trust. This is, you know, this is something that's coming into your physical world to allow you to make some type of physical change. But listen, there's nothing to fear because what's coming with it is the opportunity to celebrate it. So you're celebrating what this king, why do I keep saying this king? What this knight is bringing in. Two knights, both heading in. And what I mean about that is this has nothing to do with the past. Doesn't mean it can't be a person from the past, but if it is a person from the past, and it didn't work then changes had to be made, right? And if they hadn't been made, then, you know, why would I do it again? Sorry, I don't know why. I know a lot of you guys are like, quit smoking, Sandy, and I know I need to. But, like, this happens as soon as I start reading. Like someone's trying to quiet my voice. Look at this. We have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. This is about divine timing, guys. You know, much like this night, you know, it's letting you know divine has your back. Divine is watching over you. The divine's helping you to develop in certain areas of your life so that you can reach what you may think is the unreachable, but it's not. You know, this Knight of Pentacles, again, something that you're going to celebrate. Listen, maybe there's a move involved. Doesn't have to be, but we should read it, you know, as the card says. But this knight is moving to this Ten of Pentacles. So I find that interesting. Okay, we're going to bring in the Gilded Chariot, and we're just going to go over this whole thing. Some of you already know what I'm talking about. Pre-shuffle. We have the Queen of Wands. So now we have the King and the Queen. You know, it can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, of course. But it's really about the energy of these two people. It makes sense because the first night that's coming in is the Knight of Wands. And that's energy that's coming towards you. You know, and it's funny, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's for both or one, because I feel like one moment I'm really not doing much, and then the next moment I am like, I don't know, like I'm in movement of some type. You know, I'm looking at the King and the Queen, and what's between the two of them, and it's the Empress and the Four of Cups. We have the Three of Swords. That makes sense. Like, why am I hanging here? Because there's still pain in my heart. We have the Three of Cups. 2 threes. I often feel 6 as the 2 threes. Okay. I feel like for some of you, this is talking about the past. This is talking about what's already happened. No doubt it's already happened. There's no doubt in my mind that it's already happened. And I feel like, and it could certainly have been infidelity, but this is what we're closing the door on. So whether that includes that person or not, I don't know, but I know the one thing it's saying is, because I feel like I've been in the Three of Swords for a long time. So I've been I'm feeling the pain of it. Not that you don't have every right to. You can take as long as you want, right? That's what the Hangman says. I'm going to take as long as I want. However, when the Death card comes right next to that, and is asking you to, like it's imploring you to close a door, it's so another door can open. It's almost like, if I can't get you to close this door, then I cannot open the next door. You know, it's like what Temperance is saying. It's what Temperance is doing. Like, now, I know it's not just that easy to say, okay, pain be gone. But I feel like what it's saying is that energy. First of all, I want to say, with the Empress showing up, even though there's heartache here and maybe infidelity, she's not taking it on, right? She's learning from it. Maybe she's simply learning the type of person I don't want in my life, right? I feel like there probably were red flags. We all get them. I can think of plenty of red flags that I ignored, and boom, you know, I ended up right where ignoring those red flags would put me. So, let me speak of the Queen, right? The Queen is taking the time to heal, right? To let go of. But the Empress, she does let go of it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, you know, from the Queen to the Empress, the Queen I might still it still may affect my future. The Empress is like, no, I'm not going to allow I'm not going to allow the pain of the past to affect my present and what I can create, what I am about. The Empress learns who she is, inside and out. She's bountiful, but it's because of her creativity. It's because of what she brings to the table. She's someone who does not let, the pain of yesterday in any way, what's the word, stop her. It's not that I'm ignoring it. It's just, it's just that I'm no longer allowing it to play a part in how I want my world to be. I've come a long way. I've come a long way, baby. So then we move into the Page of Wands coming. It's interesting how we're getting all the wands. Well, I mean, we're getting everything, but it's just interesting in the positioning of the wands. So we have the Page of Wands over the High Priestess. And, the Page of Wands, first of all, I want to say, I feel like there's someone who, listen, I feel like you still carry the heartache of maybe when you were young, someone hurt you. And I feel like it was immaturity. Right? It's almost like I want someone to be a man when I'm just a boy. I want someone to be a woman when I'm just a girl. So I feel like that plays a part. But it's been carried through your life. And I think that's what your guides want you to know, want you to see. Okay. I often call the Page of Wands my Fool, because the page takes chances. Some pay off, some don't. Some of you may have just been in a cycle where it just felt like one thing after another coming, just kept coming around. Know that some of that was your intention. And what I mean by that is, again, this Three of Swords, I feel like has been it's like dragging chains, like a chain and ball behind you. I'm dragging that when literally, you can cut it, get rid of it. It's dead weight. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is when you feel like like I gotta defend myself. It's funny, and I feel like someone's thinking to themselves, I had other choices besides you, yet I chose you. And look where that got me. Right? All those other choices and opportunities, and instead I chose you. May not have been said, I just feel like it's like in someone's head. We have the Empress again. We have the Two of Swords. Look at that. The Three of Swords produces the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about wearing a blindfold. It's like I'm hanging here, seeking wisdom, but there's something I'm refusing to see at the same time. Not just that, but when I refuse to see it, it's almost like I'm refusing to close the door, and therefore refusing. And I'm saying refusing, but it's like that's how the universe is reading it. Maybe you, it's just like, I'm just fearful of it, but the universe is picking up like, no. We have a lot of mother energy here. A lot of beautiful mother energy, especially with Temperance and the Hierophant. I feel like many mothers become your guides. I know many mothers are your guides. And I feel like you're feeling them more and more, or you're trusting what you're feeling more and more. Okay, interesting. Now we have the Chariot. And here's the Chariot below. Are we mirroring? Is energy being mirrored? Double, Cancer, Virgo, Cancer. I feel like something gets through. Maybe someone gets through. Maybe a sign gets through. Something gets through where I feel like you take that blindfold off. And again, that blindfold may just be like, I'm not going to allow myself to keep making, like if I was the page, and it doesn't matter what sign, just like, like, I fell in love, I fell in love, I fell in love, Am I falling in love so easily? And listen, I feel like they probably fell in love too. And I feel like, I just feel like a sense of immaturity. And I don't mean that rudely. I just mean like, I didn't know better, because I hadn't been there yet. Haven't experienced that yet. Wow, look at this with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. It's lining two people up. It's lining two people up. It's like both receive the reward of the Chariot. And again, the Chariot is when, it's almost like when divines, it's like training wheels on a bike. And you've been practicing. And now divine sees that they can take the training wheels off. And now it's like a sense of freedom. Almost like that bike had been chained, so you could only go so far, and somehow that chain breaks. But I feel it like on both sides. Something is really being mirrored. We have the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Five of Cups. Look at this, with the Hangman. In line with the Hangman. What has been affecting the closing of doors that were doing me no good, that were serving me no purpose? All they were really doing was keeping me in a certain state of mind. And that state of mind was the pain. Listen, I feel like someone dealt with infidelity too. And listen, I have dealt with that a million times. Not a million, but a lot in my younger life. And I don't know that anything hurts more. But I can tell you one thing, being on the other side of it. I remember, let's say my ex-husband, right? The person I married was only 19. He was, a couple years older than me. But, it was just like, oh, just love, love, love. And we were together like every minute. And then I got pregnant. And then we did get married. But, it was like within 6 months of being married, he was cheating. His best friend told me that. Interesting, right? So anyway, and then it just kept happening and happening and happening until I found, the guts within myself being like, what the hell? I had no love left for him, at least romantically. He is the father of my children. Anyway, I must be saying that for a reason. And I think why I'm saying that is, does that pain still affect me today? No. I don't feel it. I hardly ever think of it. I could choose to think about it and get mad, right, and bring it all up again, but truth be told, I have moved on. And it's interesting where I am at. Well, we'll just leave it there. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles coming over the Chariot, coming over also the Hermit. So again, it could be Virgo for someone, and somehow Cancer may be in there. We went through Cancer full moon. So the Queen of Pentacles, her specialty is the ability to really pick up those details that other people miss. It's like a gift. I think that's I think that's why I do tarot, because it's like the digging of the facts to me is interesting and fun, and it reads to me like a movie. So that's what I feel here. I feel the Queen being able to understand all the fluff in between the bread. You know what I mean? This king has the Five of Cups over him. So, this king we know at one time was in the energy of also feeling loss. Also must have been feeling this Three of Swords. Also was in the energy of, woe is me. And I mean that in the kindest of ways. But it is that energy of woe is me, right? Woe is me. And not that everybody doesn't understand it, but it's still, it's still a decision, let's say. Because the Five of Cups, first of all, its reason for being here is talking about change. It talks about two cups that, while I'm in the energy of woe is me, there's two cups on this path of your life, of this person's life, that just have yet to be discovered. Why? Well, here's the Hangman. It's funny though, the Empress is right above it. We have the Ace of Wands. Now, first of all, let's go back down here for a second, because we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles here. It's like double the blessing. But it may be two people each receiving their own pentacle. That talks about your individuality. Even if like this is a soulmate, you still have your individuality. You still have your individual journeys. Some of it is probably going to be together, but much of it was meant to be alone or without the other, that type of thing. So anyways, I feel like this Knight, which is a measure of time in one way, because it's a teacher of patience. Like, be patient. Be patient. Allow all, understand the process. If I carry the angst and the pain and the fear of yesteryear into today and tomorrow, then I know what my future will look like. I'm psychic. immediately. That's all I have to do, right? If I look at my past and I change nothing about it, then I can predict my future, so to speak. Because in between, like, your free will, I feel like, are these seeds that come in, are these angels that come in, that are bringing you something, right? Through the energy of these knights. And the Ace of Wands feels like, boom, now it's time. Now it's time. So I feel like two people in the Hangman, two people being released from that. And also think about that. The Hangman turned around would have an awakening, a complete awareness, sees the big picture, but also understands the details. And then we have the moon. By the way, again, I don't know why Cancer's moon has been in my reading so strongly, but it has been. That is the card of Pisces, though. But it is the ruler of Cancer. And I feel like this is talking about something that's coming during a full moon. Something that's coming, you know, I feel like put your defenses down. Put them down. Just like put them down. If you're angry about something that you cannot control, let it go. That's what Temperance wants you to do. That's what Temperance waits for, right? If you have no control of it, let it go. Like, don't worry about something that hasn't even happened. Because in a way, am I not then creating it? So the Death card being in the middle top of this spread is so important because it is talking about closing a door. But there is one reason why, and that is so a rebirth can happen. Two people, I feel like, and I feel like it's many people, because it'll happen in different ways. Listen, is this you? I don't know. I don't know. But pay attention to the energy around you. Pay attention to, like, do I have any blindfolds on? Am I holding on to the past? Am I holding on to anger? Where the other person is just off living their life? Like, this anger is doing me no good. Right? That's saying about poisoning oneself, hoping, you know, thinking it's going to affect another. It won't affect them. You know, I feel like Divine will do that. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Divine will handle that. Whatever it is. So I feel like, you know, I feel like saying, dear sweet ones, put down your defenses. Let go of the past so that what wants to come in will come in. This energy is mirroring itself. So if this is people and these people come together, I feel like a conversation will be had about, like, their journey and my journey, and you're going to find these similarities, you know, and what do you get from that? You get different perspective. You know, the Empress is open to all perspectives. You know, she doesn't say, I am this, therefore I am this, and nothing else. I am all. I'm connected to all the queens. I carry the wisdom of all the queens. I am loving. I am nurturing. But I am strong. I am wise. I feel like this has been a journey. Listen, you know, the Five of Cups here, could this be someone from the past? It could be. And if it is, this person has had a transformation. If they have not, then it's not them. Because I feel like truly this is I feel like someone's having, like, it may be you and it may be them, right? A transformation. Okay, well, I don't know. Something made me pick up this deck and just look at the bottom and look at it. Here comes the Knight of Cups. Here it comes. Here it comes. This is a cup of fulfillment, and it would make sense that it would be on the bottom of the very last card that we're going to read, and it would tie right back to where I feel the potential that you could find yourself in, and that is in the Palace of Cups. And it has a little bit of everything. A little bit of earth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of water, a little bit of air. It's got it all. But here it comes. Here it comes. And listen, I feel like this knight has to travel through the energy of Temperance to reach you. So, again, I can trust that. Temperance may say, here is the knight. Here is the knight that carries this cup of fulfillment. Please let go of control of how it must look, how it must show up. And do your part. Close your doors, right? Make room for new. Become strong and not weak. Loving and opening yourself up to love. Now, it doesn't mean being a fool, but opening yourself up to love makes you strong, because it's really what this journey is about in all forms. So, that's what the Empress is about. And, listen, it may be a long time coming, but it feels like there are things coming into your life. This is just like one of those readings of like where I started is not where I end up. But that's going to be a lot up to you also, right? Because there's something within that Two of Swords, and it's connected to the Three of Swords, which to me feels like, because it's connected to the Three of Cups, it can talk about like infidelity, or at least the feeling of it. I feel like, listen, some of us just chose the wrong person. And I'm saying the wrong person, but maybe it happened just the way it was meant to happen. Maybe it teaches me something valuable. I know it took me a long time to learn my lessons, and I kept ending up with the same kind of guys. Until I didn't. Until I learned my lesson. And then I feel like the universe sent me in the right person. Now, I spent 25 years with that person. Became one of my closest friends. We're not together now. Now I am with my first love. And who would have thought? That's what I'm saying. Like, all these things, like when I met that person 25 years ago, it was right when I needed that type of person, and my life changed because I had the support behind it, right? So I started to believe in me, and next thing you knew, I started to work harder and grow business, and you know what I mean? All that. So all I'm saying is, you never know. Temperance is saying, if you can't control it, let it go. Sometimes, if we did stuff in our younger years, forgive yourself, right? Just forgive yourself. Don't carry any guilt, any of that. Regret. Just forgive yourself, because you're the only one who hasn't. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you. I wish you the best. And, yeah, I just feel like, if this reading is for you, you're going to get it. Oh, I got to read home. Let me read home from Mother Mary, and then I'll let you go. Sorry. I know many have already clicked off. Home. You drew this card because of concerns about what is happening in your household. Mother Mary is letting you know that God is watching over you and sending you divine guidance as how you can improve your home life. Expect a positive change in your current situation, especially as you allow more love to reside within the home of your heart and mind. Your home life affects your happiness, relationships, and even your health. So it's essential to take action steps to bring about a peaceful, safe, and happy environment. Yet, change can be threatening because of fears of the unknown, even if it's a positive adjustment. If you find yourself resisting making a change for the better, call upon Mother Mary and the angels for encouragement, signs, and guidance. Trust these messages and follow them home. I love you. Thank you for all you do for me, the support of my channel, and helping to keep it alive. It truly is my pleasure. It truly is. I feel, wow, did I feel that? I really felt that. So I'm going to let it be. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.